Do you know what occurs every time you have a plan, a dream, an aspiration, or a goal? Life is difficult to see because life is difficult because every time you have one of those things, something called life comes into existence. And it is something that happens to everyone. Life is full of disappointments, peaks, and valleys. And the majority of people prefer to feel like they are the king in their comfort zone. They only want to accomplish the things that they are able to do. Do well. You can put an end to your belief that life shouldn't be easy. I have news for you. Success in life comes with a price that's typically higher than what most people are willing to pay. You have to fail in order to move up the ladder. The high achievers all share the trait of being hungry for a better life. I want you to stop playing the victim because you have now developed yourself in such confidence and how to deal in the arena of life. You gotta have like a shark mentality, because if you want to be successful in life, you have to be willing to go through the struggle of life. Success is going to cost you a lot more than money. See, success is not something that is given to you. Success is something that you have to go get. I just want you to stop playing the victim. I need you every single day you wake up and go after that tree. Rest at the end, not in the middle. And that is something I always live by. I'm not going to rest. I'm going to keep on pushing. There are a lot of answers that I don't have, even questions that I don't have. But I'm just going to keep going. 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 If you want to start making things happen for you, I believe that it is very important that you start trusting yourself, listening to yourself, and listening to that still small voice within you. Don't try to make everything logical. You have the power to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. And you have the ability to control your destiny and make a difference in the world. Keep going, and I'll figure these things out as you go. Difference on the planet to make an impact when you're going through some stuff. When things go wrong, don't go with them. It's going to happen to you. It's not personal. It's going to happen to everybody. It's called life. Behind every moment of adversity in your life, there is a blessing and a lesson. Your life doesn't end in an accident. The acts that you take in your life are a succession of activities that you initiate or donate, and your thoughts are going to determine that progression. A roadmap that all of you have the potential for enormous success. There is a price that comes with that. First and foremost, knowing who you are, being able to answer this question, who am I and what do I want? But I have a saying that says that life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because they say that if you can look up, you can get up. Pain always leaves a gift always. Maybe it was time for you to move on. Don't worry about the people that God has removed from your life. When a door gets shut, all you have to do is walk up the hall. It's the first one that has to be a mindset shift. Specifically, a very specific one that's everyone struggling with right now, which is really giving yourself permission to have the ambitions you have. Most people are half-hearted, half-interested, and half-engaged in their actual dreams and ambitions. So if you want to begin to grow, you've got to put something out here that you can reach easily, that has to make you stretch, that has to make you jump for it, that has to make you get back a little bit and dig in so that you can take a leap for it. And maybe you jump up there and you miss it, and you skin your knees, and then you come back again, and the next time you do it, you bust your lip, but you keep going. And through that process, you learn how to leap higher. You start challenging yourself to dig deeper. And then you find out some things about yourself that you didn't know before. Right now, you are unaware of some talents that you possess that you were previously unaware of. And I am urging you to give yourself an opportunity to discover what you are capable of doing. One must acquire the ability to take ownership of their ambition, to speak about their ambition, to pursue their ambition, to drive their ambition, and to lead their ambition. This is a complete allowance for their ambition and an active generation of that ambition. If you want to live your life as if it were a work of art, instead of being a work of art that is still in the process of being created, your life is transformed into a masterpiece that is being created in each and every minute of your life. Looking at things from the perspective of how much I can obtain or how far I can travel, I can start to realize that everything is fine. Yes, I am capable of lots and lots of wonderful things, and I have accumulated a lot of things. I've achieved at a very high level, and I'm performing very well. But I want to take a different perspective on what my life is. And I want to begin to see my life as this fabulous work of art that I can shape, shade, and mold into whatever it is that I think would be the absolute ideal for my contribution while I'm here on this planet for the manifestation of my humanity in its genuine form. If you stop working on yourself, your mind will become weaker. You need to make a commitment that nothing is more important than your self-development, because a stronger you is a better you. And the better you are, the better for everyone around you. You should never stop working on yourself because it is a daily process, a journey, and not a destination. Everyone has a purpose, and that purpose is simply to be happy. This is what everyone is chasing. Developing oneself is something that we haven't done nearly enough of. We need to turn to spirituality in order to improve ourselves. And we believe that spiritual awareness is the same thing as developing oneself. Spiritual awareness is spiritual awareness, and it is comprehending the divine, the higher force, and the God, whatever you name it, and having some place to release to. This is not the same thing as self-development or self-improvement. I just talked about exposing the lies that are in your head that are running you the chatter, and the negative Nancy in your head. You know, managing it and exposing it is our work, and no one shows us how to do that work. If you can own your brilliance while owning your imperfections, if you can own your giant while owning your imperfections, if you can do that, then development is doing that back on work. Minusculeness if you are able to coexist with dualities. Dualism that is always present. If you are able to live in that state, the freedom that you will experience will be earth-shattering. Either you do not want to be as magnificent as you really are, and you are attempting to dull your light so that other people will not feel insecure about themselves when they are in your presence, or you are trying to reduce your brightness. Permission to live in the duality of your imperfections and your smallness, as well as what you are learning and what you still have to learn, as well as your greatness, your brilliance, and your light. Can you allow these things to coexist and then serve them up to the world so that it can love you, see you, inhale you, judge you, and leave you to love you? There are some of us who are just as afraid of being loved as we are of being left. Can you give the world permission to love you and leave you? It doesn't mean that you can't do it. It could mean that you are rejecting love. Whatever it is that God wants to send in your life. It does not mean that you are unable to do it. Rather, it simply means that you are unable to do it with the old order. You cannot have a new blessing and an old order every so often. As you get new blessings, new opportunities, new doors, new positions, new children, new life, new marriage, new house, or whatever it is, you have to refocus now that you have more weight, now that you have more responsibility. And now that you have more demands, you have to refocus. I'm not trying to be everything, because if I am, then I've stopped growing the greatest individuals out there in every condition, whether it be business or anything else. Restructure and reorganize. Are you organized for what you hoped for? Connections with fathers, husbands, CEOs, and employees. You have a willingness and a drive to improve, regardless of where you are in your category. Those are the best individuals. If you have a willingness to grow and a desire to improve, you are going to be successful. Always remember that there are those out there who will tell you that you are not good enough. There will be people who will tell you that you are not good enough. Never ever give up. You will never be the other person. You should avoid being one of those individuals. You should be the outlier in that belief system. You should be the one who is different. You should be the one who remains steadfast.